Imagine staying on top of your career game without the stress of last-minute renewals. Welcome to This Explainer, your ultimate stress-free guide to keeping your Tennessee Certified Nursing Assistant, or CNA, certification active. Whether you're a seasoned industry veteran or you're just starting out in your healthcare profession, we're going to break down absolutely everything you need to know about renewing your credentials in Tennessee. No confusion, no red tape, just the facts.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be covering 1. Understanding TN-CNA renewal. 2. The 8-hour work requirement. 3. The zero-fee renewal process. 4. Navigating the credentia transition. 5. Fixing lapsed CNA certifications. And 6. Future career opportunities. Let's jump right in.
Section 1. Understanding TN-CNA renewal.
So let me hit you with a high-stakes question right off the bat. Does your CNA certificate actually expire? The short answer? Yes, absolutely. This expiration date is kind of the ultimate antagonist of our story today. If you aren't paying close attention, an expired certificate can lead to a really sudden, severe interruption in your career, and more importantly, your income.
Here's the golden rule you need to remember. Your Tennessee CNA certification is valid for a rolling period of exactly 24 months. It's a strict countdown, because once you're listed as inactive or expired on the state nurse aid registry, federal and state laws actually dictate that you cannot legally be employed as a nurse aide until your active status is completely reinstated. That literally means no patient care and, yeah, no paychecks until the whole thing is resolved.
Section 2. The 8-hour work requirement.
So how exactly do we defeat this 24-month deadline? Take a look at this number, 8. That is the remarkably low number of hours required to keep your certification alive in Tennessee. Seriously, when you compare this to requirements in other professions, it's incredibly manageable. But here's the catch. You need to understand exactly what qualifies. The rule is 8 consecutive hours of paid nursing-related work in an approved, licensed facility. Think nursing homes, hospitals, or hospices. And this has to be done every 24 months. Now, listen closely to what doesn't count. Things like private duty care, sitting jobs, staffing agencies, and private physician offices generally do not qualify. You have got to ensure your hours are logged in an approved facility.
Section 3. The zero-fee renewal process.
Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, money. Tennessee actually offers some of the most favorable renewal terms in the whole country. Just look at this contrast. If you maintain your active status by working those 8 hours we just talked about, your renewal cost is $0. Literally nothing. Plus, 0 exams are required. But if you let it lapse and fall into reinstatement, bam, you're suddenly looking at a $135 testing fee. That breaks down to $35 for the knowledge exam and $100 for the skills exam. Oh, and not to mention the massive headache of having to pass both of those tests all over again.
So keeping it active is a huge relief. And unlike a lot of other states, Tennessee doesn't mandate any continuing education, or CE hours, for renewal. Even better, your employer automatically reports your hours to the state registry, meaning your status updates without you even having to lift a finger to submit a formal application. It's practically on autopilot.
Section 4. Navigating the credentia transition.
Now, speaking of that autopilot system, it did recently change. We've got to address the administrative elephant in the room, the state vendor transition. Effective June 1, 2026, Tennessee shifted its nurse aid testing and registry from the TMU portal, which was operated by Headmaster, over to Credentia. So if you're used to logging into TMU, you're going to be using Credentia now. But don't panic. Your existing CNA certification, your registry number, and your active status all carried over completely safely. The rules didn't change, just the website vendor. You can easily verify your own status on this new portal. Just visit the Credentia Registry lookup through the Tennessee Health Facilities Commission website. You're checking to make sure your certification status says active and that there are absolutely no findings of abuse, neglect, or theft. This is what's known in the industry as being in good standing. And trust me, employers will absolutely be checking this because federal law strictly prohibits Medicare and Medicaid certified facilities from employing CNAs who aren't in good standing.
Section 5. Fixing lapsed CNA certifications.
Okay, but what if you check the portal and your status isn't active? Let's talk troubleshooting. If you miss that 24-month deadline, the reality of reinstatement in Tennessee is pretty harsh. Unlike some other places, Tennessee doesn't offer a quick refresher course shortcut. If you miss the window, you generally have to start entirely from scratch. That means retaking a state-approved training program, which can be up to 120 hours, paying that $135 testing fee we looked at earlier, and passing both the written and practical skills exams all over again.
Well, actually, there is exactly one loophole to avoid completely retraining. If you can provide notarized proof, like an official employment verification form or payroll documents, showing that you worked 8 hours of qualifying CNA duties for every single year since your certification expired, you can apply for reinstatement without the class. But this requires strict, unbroken, year-by-year documentation. Miss even one calendar year, you're heading right back to the classroom. Section 6. Future Healthcare Career Opportunities.
Let's shift our focus a bit and see how all of this builds into something bigger. Keeping that certification active isn't just about avoiding penalties, it's about unlocking future potential. Because Tennessee's robust 120-hour training programs far exceed the 75-hour federal minimum, your active certification carries some serious weight. It makes it super easy to gain reciprocity, basically transferring your license to neighboring states like Mississippi, Arkansas, and Kentucky. Plus, maintaining an active, pristine registry record is an excellent stepping stone for advancing into LPN or RN roles down the line.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final crucial question. Have you checked your registry status today? Seriously, don't leave your career up to chance. Head over to the Credential portal right now, verify your good standing, and take control of your healthcare future. Oh, and please note that this explainer provides general information about CNA certification renewal in Tennessee. For any specific questions or concerns, always refer to the latest guidelines from the Tennessee Department of Health or consult a professional advisor. Thanks for joining us today, and stay focused out there.